Good morning, YouTube modeling community. Big Steve coming at you from the Lakeside Scaleworks and my creaky ass chair. Well, it is NASCAR season, guys. We have already established that. And I want to throw out my entry video to the Smokin Joe 311 NASCAR group build. I was kind of going through my kits and had a couple different ideas. I have about 6 or 8 NASCAR kits that I could pick from. I wanted to do something special, kind of a tribute. And I was going through some stuff a while back, and I think I talked about going to Mike's Decals and picking up some decals from Mike's. I did that because I started looking on some videos and stuff and decided I wanted to do a tribute to one of our local boys around here, Mr. Ernie Irvan. You guys are familiar with NASCAR. You are familiar with Mr. Swervin' Irvan. Crazy-ass wild driver, but a good driver all. Went through a lot of really tough stuff with some wrecks, and it ended up ending his career. But so I wanted to do a tribute for him. And I started looking back on Mike's Decals. A couple of guys in the YouTube modeling community suggested Mike's Decals. So I went there, and knowing there was no way I was going to find really what I wanted, there was one car in particular I wanted to do, and Davey Allison's was one of them. I saw, let's see, who was it? Butch over Full Throttle Customs was doing a presentation of some of his car builds, and he presented Davey Allison Haviland car. Well, I'd been looking for it for years. He said, go to Mike's Decals. I said, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. Well, as I started going through it, I realized, you know what? Ernie Irvan had a tribute car he did with Davey Allison's number on it for a little while after Davey passed away. And I shot Mike an email. My light is flickering. What the hell's going on? I finally found some bench light, and yeah, now it's flickering on me. Anyways, so I went to the site, and I was thinking more in terms of, I knew that Ernie Irvan and Davey Allison, well, Ernie Irvan drove a retro car for Davey Allison. Sorry, I got distracted with the light. And so I started looking for I asked Mike about the decals for it. I have a donor body right there. You can see that's Rick Mass Thunderbird there. And I asked Butch actually at one point about the Davey Allison car, and he said go to Mike's Decals. He says you can either get the whole kit or just, decals if you have a donor body. Well, there's my donor body, and that's what I was going to do. So I went to Mike's Decals, and I never figured I would ever find him, and sure enough, he had the retro decals. So that was going to be my build for the entry video, or my build for the group build. And when I got on the site, I actually found a couple other really cool things. So not only did I find that, but I found the entire kit. And that was going to be my build. And the more I looked at it, I realized, how rare that kit is, guys? That's probably just as rare as the Davey Allison Haviland car itself. So I went to looking at that and thought, well, that's really cool. And at the least, I knew I needed this one for my kit. I had the decals for it. I had the donor body for it. And was going to run with that. Then I found another kit that I was not expecting to find and grabbed it too. But I was going to build that one. Then I saw Smokin Joe's video entry for his build, and he went with Bobby Allison, Big Daddy to the crew. Well, one of my stash finds at Mike's was Baby Boy Davey. So that will be my build for the Smokin Joe 311 entry. Or that will be, okay. This will be my build for the Smokin Joe 311 NASCAR group build. Yeah, we'll put that away. Put that up. And put this up. And, see, I'm 4.5 minutes in. Let me get a final done on the FTM group build for Tim Holsey, 2018 group build. Be right back with you guys. I got a final on it. It's not the prettiest I can get, but I found a little shop light. I'm trying to get some more light on my bench. and give you a little bit better lighting. I tried to do a video outside with it, and there was just too much sun glare. Amateur stuff here going on. I don't even have a decent display for it, but let me shut my lips and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. Well, you remember my pick for the FTM group build, hosted by our fine host and well-respected member of the community, Tim Halsey. And if you guys watch any of my videos, you know I had a hell of an up and down ride with this thing, just trying to get it together. Time not allotting, and really just a piss poor kit to try to build. And it kept fighting me and fighting me and fighting me. That's why I named this thing Medusa, because it was an up and down, sideways, inverted roller coaster ride. And Medusa is actually our California roller coaster ride out here. It's not the biggest, baddest one, but I did put up a video on it. God, my hands are shaking. I'm trying to do this by hand. Anyways, I put a video. It's a pretty cool video of it in case you didn't want to go search it out, but you still wanted to see what Medusa was about. I put up a cool little video on my playlist, so you can go to my channel, check out the playlist, and get an idea of what Medusa is. This build was that ride. I've been on a lot of good rides, guys, and I've even flown planes, so this was quite a comparison to that. It's either F4 Phantom ride with barrel rolls and loops, or a Medusa roller coaster. So anyways, shut my lips. Here is my final for the group build for Ford Truck Month. Here we go, Medusa. Oh, let's get this back here behind here. Get a little bit of shot. Anyways, guys, I tried to do this outside. The light was just too glaring, and my camera still sucks inside. That is my little hot rod. It is a street rod, and that is my definition of a street rod. I originally didn't know what to do with it. I was going through all kinds of ups and downs, just trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And started taking some inspiration from my older brother. I told you guys, you know, my brother built one-to-one rods. And I thought, what the hell would you do with it if you had some big tires and a big motor and an old Ford truck? And I think I pretty much come across what he would have done with it. The paint came out really good the second time. The clear still blows. I used a different catalyst clear on this, and it did not take to the paint. It laid on top. And when I went to cut and buff the clear coat, it gave me nothing but problems. As you can tell, the doors don't fit worth a crap. No matter how I worked those hinges 3 or 4 times, removing them, trying to reset them, was not going to happen. So once again, piss poor fit, make it what you can. The time allotted. You remember the motor. Didn't do any extra detailing. I started to do some wash on that. Was going to do wash on the interior seats and things like that. I barely did a wash on the grill. The chrome on this is really pathetic. Mine was really pitted badly. It was not dipped well, so I had some darker pieces of chrome and lighter pieces of chrome, and I'm still losing focus. And just up and down through the scale on this. So I got my paint finally on there, and it didn't turn out bad. The hood turned out pretty decent. That is pearl white, and I think it's picking it up fairly well. Let me get back here to the back roll pan that I made. Was not happy with that. I made 3 different roll pans for it. Not the right size drills for the tail lights. Just, you know, I'm working with Oki tools, trying to make the best of something. I haven't done anything like this, like I said, in 30 years. This is my first YouTube model build, not to mention. And I was really trying to make something a little bit more presentable and cooler. And the more I worked with it, the more I realized that I was trying to polish a turd. And I'm not saying that about the truck, not about Ford, just really crappy kits. So I did what I could with it, with what I had to work with, including the lighting and lack of whatevers. I think one of the coolest things was splitting the front bumper. I saw that when I was looking for some inspiration on the internet, and I saw a guy had done that with his, and I liked it a heck of a lot better than I did that big old funky looking bumper up there. So, and if you recall, I told you I did take away the louvers up top and the chrome trim for the hood, and then of course there's a hood latch here on the old Fords. There was a hood latch and you pulled it forward and allow you to lift the hood. I got rid of all that because I like the one-piece solid hood, and it's got some pretty good shine to it. It still came out pretty decent all in all, but this is a pearl paint, and inside my office here, it does not pick up with a crap. So, and all the toms, I noticed all the toms on the channel when I was going through decisions of what I wanted to do with it and how I was going to work exhaust. Everybody said they're overrated. Rambler 69 Tom, Thomas Soltis, and who else was it? Colonel Red, Tommy. All y'all said that exhaust is overrated. So guess what, guys? It's overrated. See if I can get the light there. There's headers just dropped straight down. I can't even get them to focus in. Of course not. Yeah, that's the worst part. I've barely got the lighting to work for the top side of this thing, guys. But anyways, that is my beast. That is my final for the video. Let's see if I can pull the door open. I'm already 10 minutes into this. I didn't want to be this long. I wanted to get this thing done. I still have a brake job I have to go do for somebody today. And I'm trying to get this put out there. And let's see if I turn this around. I didn't do the wash. Little Joe, you were talking about doing some nice interior washes. I would have if this thing hadn't been such a timeline fiasco. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. Not really. I didn't do anything special. I didn't even paint the knob. I've been fighting this thing at nights. Like 2 and 3 hours a night to get home, get settled anywhere from 9 to 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then I'd spend about 2-3 hours a night on it and I'd wake up in the morning just groggy and fighting the whole day because I'm not getting any sleep trying to get this thing done. But, and crappy light still. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Nothing seriously to write home about because of the lousy tooling on this kit. But one of the reasons I had this is to see the bench pan there. I had the carpet. You can't even see the carpet. You will not be able to see the carpet with the crap. Anyway, you've seen the carpet in my other videos. I wanted it to match that at the least and really make something kind of cool. I painstakingly worked the doors so they would not fall off. Everybody was having problems. That's how poor tooling this is. But that was basically what I was able to come up with. And be critical, guys. It's my first YouTube model build, like I said. And I just really didn't get the time I wanted to. I haven't done anything like this in over 30 years, guys. I've gone back to box stock because it's just easier. And with losing almost 2.5 decades worth of show stuff, custom stuff that I'd built over the years, I kind of got away from doing anything custom because it was just, I'm just afraid to lose anything more, you know. And so I just kind of went back to box stock and saving the best kits if I could, whatever I could find for the stash, and just hanging on to those for I don't know, whatever reason. But you know, they say why stash them? You got to build them. You ain't got enough lifetime to build them all. But I think the wheels turned out pretty good. I did do the pearl white centers, and then I went back with the knockoffs and did those in the same color red. I thought that was a cool touch. And like I said, just little things. Maybe I can get let me slide this forward here. I'm trying to get a little bit better shot of that engine. But it's just not going to come out. Once again, my lighting sucks, but you can still tell it. You watched any of my videos, you saw I had it wired up, built my own distributor cap, and finally put a coil down in there, just locked it on the front of the block, and sits down inside. But anyways, something cool for my shelf. First YouTube model build, group build, and wanted to kind of come up with something cool. So I hope you guys like it. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through all this and all the great comments you guys have put out for me. And the subs, I'm over 100 subs, and I'm humbled. And this will go on my shelf. It'll probably become a shop card. Hopefully it'll become a shop card. But I want to get one other build in, and I'm not sure just which one I'm going to do. But I wanted my shop card to be something nostalgic, something sentimental towards me, and red and white colors right off the top. You know, I discussed the red and white. If you guys know anything about red and white, that's I think all I need to say. But there it is. That's my beast. Hope you guys enjoy. Comments good, bad, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways, whatever. Be critical. I know that, first of all, the firewall sucks because it had a big, huge hinge that was supposed to hinge the hood. None of us did the hinging, and if I was going to build this for show or something, I would have taken all that down. It's a really good kit to work with if you want to modify it. It's multi-piece. It says it's a skill 2, but it isn't more than anything but a skill 2 level. Lots of intricacy. But there it is, guys. 14 minutes into this, I gotta go. Much love to y'all. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Comments and just sticking with me, guys. I appreciate that very, very much. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, it's Big Steve. I'm out.